Wonder and Kageyama practically grew up together and both wanted to end up on a stage. Mainly Broadway. But one day when some scouters for a musical came to your foster home and ended up picking you rather than the both of you. You were ecstatic when you were chosen, and so was Kags, and he knew he would have another chance, but he was still a bit sad. You told him that it would be fine and you would see him after the musical. He agreed and everything was fine up until you had to leave. Of course it was sad, but you had the idea planted in your brain that you'd see each other again. But the catch to agreeing to be in the musical, which you weren't told about, was that you couldn't see any of your friends ever again. You are currently practicing a dance routine that your people told you to work on for the next show. It was hard, and you had to do it in heels. Ow. You didn't get mad or anything. Thought it was easy, so it made it easier for you to keep going when you fell down. Yo, Wonder! Bokuto yelled as he came in through the doors. He was your brother in the show. Hey, Kotaru. He smiled and hopped down. What's up? So apparently the staff hired a new stage key. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the next show. He huffed and hopped up to the edge. Really? You know his name or anything? You hopped back up next to him. Nope. All I know is that there's a new guy. He flopped it back. Dudes, come on. The show starts in like 20 minutes. Your other brother for the show yelled and Bokuto shot up. What? He grabbed you and yeeted the two of you off the stage and ran to Kuro. The audience had already filled in, and it was like 10 minutes before anything was going to happen. Who the hell let them in 10 minutes before shit? You muttered. What did I say about your language, Wander? The director yelled at you, but you just rolled your eyes. You looked over and saw what you thought was the new person. He actually looked strangely familiar. But you had no time to think because everyone was being hurried because it was starting in about 2 minutes. The show had started and you, Bokuto, and Kuro were on stage right off the bat. You did your routine like it was nothing, but when you turned to the right, you saw the new stage keep watching you with amazement. In the 2 seconds of being turned in that direction, you got a pretty good look at him. He had dark blue hair and eyes, and was holding onto a rope to make sure nothing came down on you guys. Tobio? You mouthed before you had to turn and finish up. The rest of your scene went pretty quickly along with the rest of the show. When the curtain fell, you sprinted to where you saw Kags, and of course tripping a few times because heels are torture devices. Wonder, where are you going? Kuro yelled as you flew around the corner. You eventually threw them off so you could run faster. Eventually getting to the main back room, you saw him fiddling with some ropes. He didn't notice you, so you took that chance to throw yourself at him, effectively knocking him over. You started rambling about how much you missed him and all that stuff. Wait a minute. Wonder? He yelled and sat up. You laughed again and hugged him. You both talked and caught up with each other. He told you Hinata was also a stage keep along with him, and you made note to see him later. Daichi, Suga, and Asahi all filled jobs with the higher-ups, so you made another note to see them when the next party came. They always held a party when a musical sold out quickly and got popular. And what really shocked you was that Noya was working the tickets. You wondered how he could pay attention to something like that for so long. But then you realized that all the people you grew up with were now working in the same business as you, and you were probably all gonna see them again. You kept talking until it got dark. Alright, lovebirds, get out of here. Your director said, and you two blushed. Wait. Let me walk you home? Kai's paused for a second and scratched the back of his head. Sure. He smiled and got up. It was kinda cold out, but it was pretty clear. Kags thought of something that the two of you haven't done since you were kids. As you were walking, he made an attempt to hold your hand. You noticed and laughed at him. You held his hand and looked up. He turned his head to look at you, then to your hands and back again. Kage also took this time to notice all the stars you were looking at. He blushed a tiny bit and smiled. All the next shows were going to be more fun to do now.